This is Plant Hopper, a 360-degree AI-powered plant watering system. This state-of-the-art system can monitor 5 plants at a time, their moisture levels, as well as provide AI-powered feedback, all on the online user dashboard.
Here on the dashboard, you have full control over all of this robot and the plant's analytics. For a particular plant, you can monitor its soil moisture history and have the ability to water on command, as well as perform an AI scan.
The initial part of our water command is that it actually starts off with a sweep, and it'll sweep around slowly detecting each April tag until it looks for the exact ID corresponding to our plant on our dashboard. After it does that, it activates the PID to log onto the April tag and execute our shooting command after it's been logged on for a certain amount of time.
We CAD'd and designed Plant Hopper from the ground up, from scratch. So that means we printed out the parts beforehand, but we actually assembled it here and figured out the architecture here. How it works is that we have 3 servos, one for pitch, one for actually shooting the turret, and also one for turning the turret. Now, something important that we had to keep in mind was that we had to make the wires very compact because we do have a turret moving rotationally, and we also have stationary components being the soil sensors. Something else I want to mention is that we have 2 power supplies here because we have to supply around 6 amps of current for because each servo is about 2 amps. Regarding the code, our Arduino runs our PID as well as our listener for the soil moisture readings, and the PID is essentially just used for aligning to an April tag. However, our camera vision, which is run on this Logitech camera, is run on our laptop, and there we actually uniquely identify each April tag as well as the distances which we pass to the Arduino via serial. Something very important is that we utilize multi-threading and ensure that our code is non-blocking, so that means we can't use any delays because we are running our whole system on this file which contains our camera vision and our Firebase, along with giving in the serial data to our PID. So Eugene will talk more about the Firebase now.
On the topic of multi-threading, our Python script also acts as a listener to our Firebase database. This is because whenever a user makes a change on the user end of the side, whether that be send a command, it gets first sent to the database, which then part of the thread of the Python script listens to a change in the database field that says command. And whenever the command says something like water, then that gets sent and parsed into the Arduino, and that's like our entire system. But not just that, it also works for other parts of our system as well, such as the computer vision. We often take screenshots and we send them back to the UI, but that again is done through the middleman of Firebase. Furthermore, other stuff such as moisture sensors, as well as like plotting data points as well. All this information is kept and sent through. And one final thing about our AI pipeline is those screenshots that are also sent to the UI also get simultaneously sent to a separate API call through Gemini, which is then parsed for tips and whatnot, given the condition of the plant, back to the UI. And that's how our entire system communicates to each other.